your case is pending, your case is pending. No updates, no nothing. It's completely frustrating.
People from Virginia and beyond struggle to navigate a system meant to help those unable to work.
They're delaying at every turn, in every way, shape, form, and fashion possible.
They applied for disability through the Social Security Administration, but got stuck in what feels like limbo.
It's just a waiting game now. So I'm just like, how long are we supposed to wait?
And while they wait, the hardships multiply. Financially,
I've lost everything I've owned. You know, I've lost my truck, I've lost my motorcycle, I have no transportation.
And mentally.
You know, sometimes it's like, what do I even wake up for? You know, just to feel miserable and know that I have nothing.
Since CBS 6 helped 3 local men get their benefits, our newsroom has been inundated with concerns about the SSA.
I thought maybe if there were other people that said, hey, you're not in the fight alone, that there are other people who are going through the same struggles, that maybe our voices could be heard.
Here in Virginia, data in 2023 showed that it took about 228 days on average for a determination on an initial claim, which is slightly above the national average. In this phase, approvals were granted 42% of the time, and this is where Tammie Tyler's brother's case was.
It's become a game to me at this point, to see if I actually get an answer from someone that will be able to help me find out what the status is. And I've been told it could be a year from now.
Now, if your application is denied and you don't agree with the outcome, an appeal will extend your timeline much further. Reconsideration decisions, which are only approved 17% of the time, took an additional 221 days. And this is where Lisa Harris's case sits.
It's mentally draining, you know, emotionally draining too.
If that's denied, the third step in the process is appealing to an administrative law judge. In this phase, claims were approved nationally 45% of the time. But in Richmond, you'll add an extra 11 months to the process just waiting on a hearing. Our hearing office makes just 1.3 decisions per day at this stage. That's one of the lowest numbers in the nation. And this is where Lowell Murray's case stands, and he's now had to hire an attorney.
I mean, honestly, like, I never thought this was going to take on this long, or it was going to be this long, but it grates on you.
If that's unsuccessful, your fourth step is to take the case to the Appeals Council review, where just 1% of cases were approved and 13% were remanded to the SSA nationally last year. Now, the most recent publicly available processing time data in this stage was from 2016, and at the time, it was 364 days. That's where James Moore's case was.
From what I heard, that takes between 15 and 18 months, which is completely unacceptable on my part because I can't afford to live that long without a job.
If that fails, your last option is to sue in federal court. Nationally, nearly a quarter of all appealable cases resulted in this action last year, the highest number since 2010. And at this stage, judges sent back 6 out of 10 cases to the SSA for further action. So in total, it could take several years before a person possibly gets their money.
I don't want to live every day thinking, you know, how in the world, you know, are you going to make ends meet if you can't get help?
These claimants feeling dismissed by a system that their taxes support.
It's really disappointing because I have paid into this system my whole life. I've always believed in it.
And they're calling on federal leaders to act now.
They need to find a sustainable measure to help people who really need the help.
The Social Security Administration's plan to improve wait times includes hiring 400 additional disability determination examiners nationwide, updating the technology used to review cases, and encouraging more customers to seek assistance online. Now, the SSA said it could not comment on any of the cases specifically in this story, but a spokesperson said the SSA would reach out to each claimant individually. Now, after our interviews, we are aware of at least 2 people who have now been approved for benefits. In Richmond, I'm Tyler Layne, CBS 6 News.